First subsidy removal, Nigerian governor reduces school days to 3 in a week. Can you imagine? Now you are removing 3 days. Reducing school days to 3 in a week. That means from Monday to Friday, 2 days, teachers won't go to work, schools won't open. How are children going to learn? What is the alternative to this? The same way they remove first subsidy without putting an alternative plan in place. Rather they want to borrow $800 million to share as palliative. Now, governors are beginning to remove from 5 days of the week, meaning that the children will not be able to meet up with their syllabus because most schools cannot do online studies. Most local schools, most government-owned schools cannot do online studies. Who is going to give the teachers that will do online the money for their data? Who is going to give them light to charge their phones? Who is going to give the children at home and their parents that the first subsidy is impacting? How are they going to get data to keep their children from different schools? You have 3 children that are in different schools to keep them online for online study. There's no plan in place, Seth. Edo State governor is doing this, and I don't know what a plan he has in place. All these are failure loading. Quite unfortunate. School days in a week have been reduced to 3 for public, basic, and junior secondary schools in Edo State. The chairman, Edo State Universal Basic Education Board, Mrs. Ozavize Salami, said the decision was based on first subsidy removal. Salami disclosed that schools in the state will now be open only on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Can you imagine? So what will happen to Thursdays and Fridays? How will the children make up for those days? We don't know. The next thing we're going to hear is that the government will say they don't have money, so they cannot pay for the days not to work. And the teachers will be owed their salary, and they'll be told to their face that they didn't come to work, and they took those days as part of their vacation or part of their off days or whatever. Hi, now wow. Benin City, Edo State. Okay, the Edo State governor has reduced school days to 3 days in a week for public, basic, and junior secondary schools in the state due to first subsidy removal by the federal government. As reported this time around, the chairman, Edo State University Basic Education Board, Mrs. Ozavize Salami, who made this known, stated that the directive will commence on Tuesday, June 13th, which is just next tomorrow here. Salami said this while speaking with newsmen after a meeting between the head of service and other government functionaries in Benin City, Edo State. Oh, wow, this one is terrible. This one is terrible. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday have been chosen to be the days for our children to go to school, while the school will be closed for Thursday and Friday. Our plan for this period focuses on maximizing e-learning, ensuring the children cover the curriculum they ought to cover. They will stay for 6 weeks before vacation. Can you imagine? For administrative reasons, we have chosen the first 3 days of the week as students will come to school. We have increased the learning hours for basic school across the state by 1 hour and 2 hours for junior secondary schools to achieve the school curriculum, and integrated the timetable for Thursdays and Fridays into Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. First subsidy removal is the reason for this action. The question now is, how are they going to monitor the teachers that they are working? Okay, the teachers who is going to give them money for their data. Okay, the students and their parents at home that the first subsidy is impacting, are they going to be a part of the first subsidy palliative so that they'll be able to buy data to do these studies? I don't understand how these people do things. Who is going to monitor the teachers too? Because if ordinarily during school days, you get them difficult to come to school, now they are asking them to do online Thursday and Friday. How is that going to happen? They will just give the students assignment, and from there they go. Now, I don't know how this is going to work in this country. And nobody, and even the palliative they said they were going to give, only God knows the state of that now. Is it not time to have started disbursing the money? But the fact is that the best action to take? Because this country we leave the root matter. The root of the matter will go and be dealing with the branches and the leaves of the matter, relieving the root, and later it will grow up. Okay. When we had the COVID, they said they were going to be giving a feeding money to students, okay, in the north, to children, school children in the north. Who has probed to see how that was effective? You are giving school feeding to children that do not have classroom, do not have light. They were laying under the trees. All they come to school in the morning is with just plate, no book. We saw the pictures and videos of what came out then. Okay, how can we continue like this? Now they're talking about first subsidy removal. They're talking about palliative. Now the palliative has now changed leg. Now it's no longer the money they're going to share, which we don't know how they're going to share it. Now state governors are beginning to look for ways to manage the impact of the first subsidy removal at the various states. And again, the steps that are taken still don't make sense. I know that teachers don't have fuel to come to work. That is what is causing this action that Edo State Governor Obaseki is taking. But at the end of the day, will it provide solution? It will not. I'm sure the teachers would have been crying that they can't come to work because they don't have means to come to work. Okay, they can't come to work because some of them that have cars don't have fuel. The ones that do not have cars cannot enter public transport because the public transport has increased. Just like somebody said that from Ajah to VI in Lagos is costing almost 10,000 naira now, and it's going to cost more. Okay, to go from Benin to Lagos now is almost over 30-something thousand. Okay, so how or if not more? So within Benin, I know that to go from Sapele Road to Ikpoba Hill or to go to Adowawa might be close to 10,000. So how will a teacher may be able to go to work? A primary or secondary school teacher owned by a federal government or state government rather, and some of them government is still owing them salary. So how can they make it? We're ending, in fact, Nigeria is going towards fiasco. It's going to be a total collapse, system collapse in Nigeria. That is where I see it. Because even the first subsidy issue is a scam, the removal is also a scam. And we're going to see that it's not going to, or no, there will be no outcome. But within the next 1 month, everything will cover. Just like the issue of Naira redesign is dead now. People have shouted, they suffered the cash crunch over the period, and now the matter is dead. And now the